Hi folks, this is Tanvee Kapoor and welcome to today's NRG Retreat Wellness Virtual episode. Hi Keto Victoria, hi Richie. And today we're going to be talking with our keto expert and intermittent fasting coach Richie Agarwal from Keto Victoria. Hi Devli, hi Shubham. So Richie, why don't you send me a request and I'm going to take you on board right away. So we're going to be discussing the benefits of a keto diet. Is it good for anybody to be following it during this lockdown period, the do's and don'ts, what you can do with this diet, how you can experiment. We're going to be discussing all of that, and I'm now going to be taking Keto Victoria on board live. So guys, if you have any queries that you want to post up here, you can go ahead and post them. Hi, how are you, Richie?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So basically, we're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts, the benefits of the keto diet. You're a certified keto coach, and for all those people who don't know much about NRG Retreat, it's a virtual healing and wellness platform, and you can book your sessions with the various experts that come here from time to time, and you can inbox and book your sessions. You can also email at retreatnrg@gmail.com, and our website is going to be active and running by the end of June, if not earlier. So, Richie, let's start with you. Give us an introduction and tell us all about Keto Victoria.
Okay, so basically, I started Keto Victoria 2 years back, and I actually started it as a recipe blog and all. But because I was doing keto from the past 5 years because of my medical conditions and my gluten and everything, but then I really developed the love for keto because I was really enjoying it, and I helped my friend, like my brother's friend, for losing a lot of weight. And that time I was not actually a certified one, and I just helped him naturally ki, yeah, you can do this, you can do that, and he saw really amazing results. You can even see the results on my post. He was my first client. Actually, he lost like 26 kgs that time, and then
What
I
was
thought
the situation in which he lost this weight?
he lost his weight in 6 months, like 26 kgs in 6 months, because it was not always very consistent. The weight loss always happens in linear patterns. Like sometime it will lose a bunch of weight together, then it will stall for a little time, and then it will again lose together, because that is actually a science that how our body works.
Absolutely right. And it's a very
Yeah.
holistic way of losing weight because you're not losing all the weight together, right? So,
Exactly.
like what we were speaking a couple of days back, like it would probably take them like 2 to 3 months to lose about 12 kgs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like if a healthy body, like if you are between 20 to 40s, you can lose around 8 to 12 kgs in 2 months with keto.
Is there any specific age diet, that we need to, age limit that we need to follow for this diet? Like only a person who's in their 40s can, or
Uh,
30s, shouldn't be like people in their teens or people in their 60s and above. Is there any such age limit?
So yeah, there is no age limit according to the researchers and all. But what I suggest people is that do not follow it like if you are below 18, because what happens at that time, your body is in your growing stage, you are developing your food preferences and all, and at that time if you're going to restrict a absolute macronutrient, that could stop your growth. So until and unless your doctor suggested you, or you are very obese or overweight or have any medical condition, then only do that, otherwise don't do it.
Okay, and so let's just talk about what exactly is the keto diet and how is it really coming under the holistic way of working with your body and its health, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what happens? A keto diet is actually, I'll first tell people what's a keto diet. A keto diet
Sure.
is a high fat, low carb diet, okay, with a moderate protein. So what happens when we are following a keto diet? The macros are basically 70% fat, 20% are proteins, and the 10% I divide into two sections. One is from your other carbs, like your nuts, your seeds, and all, and or your almond flour and stuff, and the 5% I keep only for vegetables or your vitamins and minerals. Because what happens if you are not taking that 5% of the fat, it would be a non-healthy keto diet, which can affect you on longer term basis. So
Okay.
yeah, you should always follow a healthy keto diet.
Great. So it's good to know because you shouldn't, like there's so many people that I've known of personally. And even the once or twice that I had tried to follow a diet where, like, your people, your nutritionists or dietitians, they just starve you, and
Yeah,
it gets down. So I'm sure, like, in a keto diet, what we were discussing is that you can eat smaller meals, and you don't starve yourself, right? Like, you can eat
actually.
small intervals.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Okay, so what happens? There is a myth that we should always count our calories. Like in my diet plans, also you will see that I never give my person a exact amount of calories, because what happens then, a person start obsessing over that calorie limit.
Sure.
Okay, and
Yeah.
if it just goes above or it goes down, they are really demotivated. Ki, okay, I just lost it and everything. So it is never about a calorie in or calorie out diet. It is more about the right food ingredients you are eating, how much carbs you are eating. If you're eating the right foods, they are low glycemic, they are reducing your insulins, then anyhow it will make you lose weight. So never go for a low calorie diets and all these things. So what happens, it would really affect your metabolism, and if your metabolism is affected, anyhow you won't be able to lose weight.
Sure. So, guys, for all of you that have been confused all this while about whether you should or shouldn't follow a keto diet, whether it's going to bring down your immunity, just know that this is a very holistic way of, starting with a diet, also a controlled diet that, Richie is going to be supervising for you. And we're going to come to that later as to how, this diet really operates and how you can maintain contact with Richie throughout the diet. But first, I'd like to also discuss, is there any medical test required before people can take this diet?
Yeah, okay, so basically what happens if a person is generally healthy? Okay, so I would ask him to send me his general health reports. Why? Because I need to see that he's not nutrient, like deficient of any kind of nutrient, especially if a person is deficient in B12 nutrient, then I have to increase that for starting a keto diet. So basic thing is the general test, which will tell your cholesterol levels, your vitamins, your minerals, and if you are deficient on something, I'll take care of that thing and I'll add those things in your diet. Other than this, what I'll do is for type 1 and type 2 diabetes, there should be a regular checkup of tests done. That is because every person, if a person suppose takes a lot of insulins or injections, so I need to set their carbs accordingly to prevent them from hypoglycemia, because already in keto you reduce your blood sugar levels, and if by chance due to the lack of too much carbs you can go to hypoglycemia. So to prevent that, you should always be doing those tests on regular basis, that the diet is working on the right path for you or not.
Sure.
So
Also,
these are the two tests.
sorry.
Yeah, these are like the two tests for the diet basically.
Okay. And are there any allergy tests that you need to be taking before you like
Yeah, so
diet?
basically what happens, some people do not know that they are allergic to certain kind of things. Okay, so if a person already knows ki, okay, they are allergic to this, that thing I'll avoid from the diet. And if they are not allergic and suppose they are not sure, so what I do is on every weekly basis I do give my clients a call, so that I can understand their body is working nicely, or they are facing some difficulty or anything. So at that time, what I ask them is like, if they are getting a lot of bloating after eating too many nuts or after eating some kind of vegetables, that can actually stop them from losing weight, and that means they are even allergic to that thing. So this is basically called the elimination diet, where every week I'll ask them to avoid certain things, then add certain things. That way we'll get to know that we are having an allergy test if you're not able to do it on your cities, because allergy tests are not available in every city actually.
Sure. And also, one more thing, a lot of people may not necessarily want to go and get. Any, like the partial lockdown, or would you like really wait for them to get their test done before proceeding?
Sorry, I was not able to hear you as the network was not in.
Richie, are you able to hear me?
Hello.
Okay, yeah. Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I'm able to hear you now.
Okay. Okay. So what I was saying is, during this partial lockdown, a lot of people may not be able to go and get their blood test done right now, or have somebody come and get their blood test done at home. So can they still start with this diet, or you would necessarily recommend that they have to get a blood test? Went offline, so I'm going to wait for her to join back again. And we are going to be discussing a whole lot of questions, whether we can go ahead and follow a keto diet, or do we need to get some essential blood test done before we can start with the keto diet. So Richie is coming right back online and joining the video. In the meanwhile, if you guys have some questions, you can post them here while we reconnect to Richie. Right?
Okay, so hi.
No
I'm
worries.
sorry.
Hi. No
I'm
worries.
so sorry. My net was.
No worries at all. So just tell me, Richie, that basically you were saying that there are some blood tests that need to be done before you go on the diet. So during this partial lockdown, and a lot of people are also being careful, like if they don't really need to go to a doctor or to get a blood test done, they're avoiding it. So can one start with a keto diet without a blood test, or is it like
Definitely. What happens? Ki right now people are not able to go to actually the doctors or anything. So I just ask them, like if they are healthy, they do not have any problem right now, or they are not taking any medications, they can absolutely start with the keto diet. There's no issue with it. Just a person, if a person is diabetic, then I would suggest them.
Okay, okay. And also one more. Okay. Also, we were talking about the good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol and the role keto has to play in that. So can we talk about that right now?
Yeah. So what happens? Basically, there are two type of cholesterols. Okay, so the two type of cholesterols, one is a good cholesterol and one is the bad cholesterol. The good ones are basically the HDL, the high density lipoproteins, and the low cholesterols or the bad cholesterols, I would call them, would be the low density lipoproteins. So the body does require the good ones for our heart health, for our diabetes, for our blood sugar levels, everything. So what happens when we just start with a keto diet, a person sees an increase in their cholesterol levels and they actually panic, oh shit, I'm getting a higher cholesterol levels and all. But it is not a worry, because you are getting good cholesterols, which is required by our body.
All right, thanks. And what is a typical diet like? Like throughout the day, what would a typical keto breakfast be like? What would a typical keto lunch be like? What would a typical keto dinner be like? So you can just give us some examples of the kind of people can
Yeah. So actually what happens,
just what
I
you
have
would
time.
recommend probably for breakfast or for lunch or for dinner. Of course, not a specific, but just general items that you would otherwise recommend.
Okay, so what happens, I have clients from both worlds, like even out of India and even the Indian people I have clients. So what happens, especially the Indians, they do not want ki they eat salads all day long and all these things. So I try and make them in a more Indian style. So what happens, if you want to have a keto breakfast, so you can make your own keto breads. Okay, so you can make a sandwich out of it, or of paneer or of butter, or of you can almond flour. Okay, then after that there is another thing, that then comes the lunch. Okay, in the lunch again, if a person doesn't want to have salads all day long, they can go for a keto roti, again made of better flours. Rather than just using the refined flours, you can use your almond flour, your psyllium husk, your chia seeds, your flax seeds. All these things could be grinded and made into a good keto roti with your regular sabzi made at home, whether it's your bhindi ki sabzi or your regular sabzi. Other than this, definitely I am a salad lover, so I go for salads all day long because I'm not bored of it. So for the dinners, I would suggest to go for a lighter things like more kind of a salads, your veggies, your proteins you can take, like it can include your chickens, your paneer, your fish, your fatty salmon fish, and all these things could be included in this diet. Along with this, you can even make it a better version, like if you are a dessert person, suppose you like having desserts or you like having pizza, then instead of going for a wheat based pizza, or you can instead of going for a wheat based pizza, you can go for a cauliflower based pizza or a spinach based pizza. So it is just, you have to find the healthy alternatives to everything you are making.
Great. Any keto snacks that you would recommend people, something to munch on during the day if they feel hungry?
Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of keto snacks. The favorite is Lindt chocolates. You can have Lindt chocolates. So you can have Lindt on keto because they are absolutely low on carbs. Then you can have almond milk chia seed pudding. You can have almond milk chia seed puddings. I keep on posting the recipes. You can have berries, you can have strawberries, blueberries. They are so great and antioxidant for your skin. It is really amazing. You can have Greek yogurts. You can have all these things. You can have your pumpkin seeds, your sunflower seeds, your pecans, walnuts, almonds, all these things you can have. Along with this, you can sometimes have like you should have actually an avocado a day for your potassium levels in keto.
Okay, great. Any particular yogurt brand that you suggest, which is like not a very, a low fat brand? Which brands would you recommend?
Basically, what I give my clients is Epigama, because in India, Epigama is very easily available. But in Epigama also, there are certain flavors only which you should take. Like you can take your blueberry or your strawberries, avoid going for mangoes, guavas, like which are higher in sugar and higher in carbs. You should avoid those and go for the low ones. Or the best thing is you can make it from your homemade curd. Like you can just take your curd, you can grind your berries into it and all this and make your homemade yogurt. That is the best thing.
Does the keto diet affect your hormones in any way? Like, do girls need to be?
The keto diet, actually, it is not just the keto diet which affects your hormones. Okay, a hormone is affected in our body through a stress level, through our cortisol levels. So basically what happens in a woman, suppose in a woman there are 3 types of glands, and these glands regulates everything, like our menstruation cycles, whether it's our moods, our digestion, everything is regulated through these glands. And these glands are most sensitive to calorie restrictions. Okay, so when we do a low fat or a low calorie diet, they put stress on our body, on our hormones, and they cause the imbalance. It is not the low carb which is causing the imbalance, it is actually the low calorie and less nutrients which is causing the imbalance. So if you are doing keto in a healthy way, keeping care, like taking care of each of your nutrient, you won't be stressed, or your hormones won't be affected.
Okay, great. So now tell us the duration for which a person should follow a keto diet, like what we were discussing the other day, that if it's either like a 1 month or a 2 month and not basically beyond 3 months, right?
Yeah, so what happens, the best way is to do 2 to 3 months. What I suggest a person is basically 45 days to 90 days of keto, not more than that. I will tell you why, because after this, even I tell my clients to come out of keto gradually, so that I can see that they haven't developed any allergies, or they are not allergic to a certain food, they do not have developed any kidney stones or anything. So that way we can just make sure they are healthy. And further, if you want to even lose weight, you can do it with a low carb diet, or you can do cyclic keto where you are doing 5 days keto and 2 days high carb diet. So that way you can still continue with your weight loss and doing an active lifestyle. So the best thing is 45 to 90 days.
45 to 90 days. And in these 45 to 90 days, supposing somebody follows with you on a 90-day or, even a 1 month, whatever the minimum is, you give them a diet every 15 days and then you follow up every week, right? And they can, of course, get in touch with you as and when they want.
So what I do basically is I give clients, that is absolutely right.
Is that right?
Am I right? The diet plan. So if you any queries or questions, and I'll be available for you.
Great, Ruchi. So I think these are all the tips, one or two tips to diet or anything else, whatever you have in mind.
Okay, so the tip I would give right now at this time of crisis and everything, like, do not use it as an excuse of being stressed and being we are taking care of our immunity, so we cannot follow a diet right now. Because even while you are not following a diet and you think you are taking care of your immunity, so I would suggest use and take care of your health. Like, even if you are eating anything junk, you want to eat anything out of the plan, or you want to eat noodles or anything, just make sure you are making a healthy alternative to that. Suppose for a normal, instead of a normal noodle, you can go for a vegan noodle or a zucchini noodle. That would be so much better. If you want to make a dessert, make that dessert out of a coconut flour or a almond milk rather than going for the regular refined things.
Okay, great. So, I think you would be offering alternatives to people in case some ingredients aren't readily available, and a lot of people aren't like really venturing out. So, all those alternatives will be available to people when you, take a diet. You can get in touch for the diet. You can inbox me or Richie, and you can alternately drop us a mail at retreatnrg@gmail.com. RET. Is everybody able to hear me? I think the video just froze.
No, we are here only.
Okay. So retreatnrg@gmail.com. So somebody has a question. Bhavika Mangwani is asking, what are the good sources of fats on keto?
Okay, so like, yeah, definitely that's a good question, because you should take care of what type of fats you're eating. The good sources of fat would be you are taking it from your salmon fish, from your avocados, from your chia seeds, from your eggs, from your oils like avocado oil or your olive oils, your ghee. All these are the better alternatives rather than just going for butter and bacon for your fat.
Okay. And somebody is asking about being able to not have a pizza, and we've spoken about that, about the various kinds of options that are in a keto diet. We've So I think we've covered mostly retreatnrg@gmail.com. And on that note, Richie, Keto Victoria, that is, and I am going to be signing off from this IG live. We are going to be joining you very, very soon again for an intermittent fasting IG live. So stay in touch with us for that. And if you guys have any other questions, you can mail them and we can take them up in the next IG live. So again, guys, just to wind up, NRG Retreat is an online wellness platform, a virtual online wellness platform. And we're going to be having a lot of wellness experts such as Richie, and bringing them here every fortnight to have a chat with you and for you. So signing off, thank you so much, Richie, for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
My pleasure. And for all of you who need to, get to know a couple of more recipes or anything else, I think Richie does post them on her handle. So feel free to go and follow her as well. So signing off, guys. Hope this was informative for you and you enjoyed the session. Bye. Take care. Signing off.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Richie.